Hey everybody! Hey everybody! This is Qualzy here, bringing you to another streaming video of Heroes of the Storm PTR with a brand new hero. We're gonna check out Maiev. Whoa, that's some nice artwork. Looks like we're starting off the new year with some great skins for Chinese New Year. This ought to be good. Ooh, I love these little animations every time they bring out the new hero.
Let the hunt begin.
Maiev, the Warden, Maiev. The new Warcraft hero, and she's gonna be an assassin, so let's take a look. Melee assassin, difficulty hard. Based on the hero spotlight, I'm not surprised. I would consider her a hard hero to play. Take a look at the skins that we have here. We have the regular skin that you see here, and we have a Watcher Maiev, which I guess would be like probably from like Warcraft 3. If you guys are familiar with Warcraft 3, she appeared more in Warcraft 3 itself. And then she came back in the Burning Crusade. Now she's making a comeback in Legion after a couple expansions later. Ivory, that's not bad. Nice little white armor around. There's also Darnassian Maiev, so it's more on the Nordrassil kind of night elf theme. You can see the trees on her shoulder pads. Then you got Dusk Maiev, so it's more on the darker side. A lot of dark shades. And then we got some new skins like Hell Warden Maiev. Ooh. Altered voiceover and themed abilities. Ooh, very metally. Hell Warden, Plague Warden. This one looks cool. This one looks pretty nice. This one looks really red. Horde Warden. Yeah, it looks very Horde-like. And you can tell based on her skin color. Her skin color is green, so she's more of an orc. Bone Warden, so I guess it's more like the undead version or a Death Knight. Looks more like a Blood Death Knight in a way. This one looks pretty cool. Then we got Dread Warden, Maiev, very purpley. Looks really cool. I would probably go with I'd probably go with this one. This one just looks really nice. I like the color scheme of the red and the silver. As for regular, there's a lot of dark shades, so it's not that bright. The brightest one would be the ivory one, but other than that, we could always stick to the regular one. Her abilities: Q, Fan of Knives, mana 3, cooldown 4 seconds, deal 180 damage and enemies in a crescent area. Hitting at least 2 enemy heroes with Fan of Knives reduces cooldown to half a second and refunds its mana cost. That is pretty good. Just by itself, you can reduce the cooldown and refund the mana, so you get your 30 mana back. W, Umbral Bind. 55 mana, cooldown 12 seconds, big cooldown. Maiev's next basic attack cleaves and applies a tether to enemy heroes hit for 2.5 seconds. If a tethered hero moves too far from Maiev, they are pulled towards her, dealing 110 damage and breaking the tether. Wow. So you don't want to. So once she tethers you, don't leave. It's like a tether ball. And the ball stretches too far off the pole, and then boom, just swings back to the pole. Spirit of Vengeance, her E. 50 mana, cooldown 10 seconds. Send a shadow of Maiev outward that will return to its cast location, dealing 100 damage to enemies along both paths, dealing 100% more damage to enemy heroes. Reactivate to blink to the shadow's location. That sounds like Sylvanas' shadow, except it doesn't return back. You just shoot the shadows, and you could just blink towards it. Her trait: Vault of the Wardens. 8-second cooldown, pretty short. Leap it to the air, becoming immune to all hostile effects for 0.75 seconds. Oh, it's also a passive. Maiev has 15 armor. That's not bad. 8-second cooldown. That's pretty good, especially if you're gonna be very agile and be in avoiding all damage that comes to you. All right, one of her ults, Containment Disc. Mana 60, cooldown 65 seconds. Throw a cleave in the target direction. If enemy heroes hit, Containment Disc can be reactivated to remove their vision and time stop for them for 4 seconds. Nice. Containment Disc automatically activates 6 seconds after hitting a hero. We're definitely going to test this out, so I want to see how does this Containment Disc work. And then we got Warden's Cage, 80 mana, 80 seconds. So it's larger than the Containment Disc itself. Summon 8 Warden avatars as a cage around Maiev. Oh, it's around Maiev, so you don't set it yourself. After 1.5 seconds, enemy heroes that come in contact with an avatar consume it and are knocked to the center of the cage. Warden avatars last 7 seconds. Wow, so you could keep someone caged in with Maiev for 7 seconds. That's 7 seconds of plenty of time to stall somebody or to set up for kills or team fights. Alright, let's go through the talents. Got a quest here for the Q. Bonds of Justice. Actually, no, it's W, sorry. Bonds of Justice quest. Each tether applied to a secondary target of Umbral Bind permanently increases Umbral Bind pull damage by 15. Okay, so make it hurt more. And that's only if they get pulled back. After applying 5 tethers to secondary targets, and notice this is secondary, not your primary. Increase Umbral's Bind pull damage by 75. Nice, make it hurt more. After applying 10 tethers to secondary targets, increase Umbral's Bind cleave damage by 30%. So you do more damage with your W. That's pretty good if you're going to build on W, which is beneficial for team fights. Pursuit of Vengeance. Each hero tethered by Umbral Bind reduces the cooldown of Spirit of Vengeance by 1.5 seconds. That's not bad if you want to use your E too. And we got an active ability, Naisha's Memento. Naisha. If you recall the playing of Warcraft 3 in the campaign, she follows Illidan into the Tomb of Sargeras, and right when the Eye of Sargeras starts to activate, Naisha gets caught out, but Maiev blinks her way out, and Naisha dies. Nice. It's a good storyline. It's a good campaign. Activate to make your primary basic attacks bounce between nearby enemies up to 2 times, dealing 30% more damage to bounce targets. Lasts 8 seconds. Recharge Naisha's momentum by hitting at least 2 heroes with a single fan of knives. That's pretty good. You get more AoE with your Q and Naisha's memento. That's pretty good. It's not bad. And if you recall, the reason why it's bouncing attacks is because Naisha was one of those panther ladies that throw cleaves, and they bounce off to different enemies and their targets. It's pretty cool. All right, level 4, pin down. It's for the Q. Hit 3 enemy. It's a quest. Hit 3 enemy heroes with a single fan of knives. Reward: increase fan of knives damage by 50%. That's not bad. Each additional time 3 enemy heroes are hit by a single fan of knives, gain an additional fight damage up to 30. Hit 4 enemy heroes with a single fan of knives, instantly gain all rewards. This is good. This is good to nail really quickly if you're fighting like against a Vikings, or Vikings or Samuru with their illusions, because when you have Nova and Samuru make illusions, whatever quest you have that involves hitting heroes, they count too. The illusions count. Blade Dance for Q also. Use fan of knives. Using fan of knives deal 54 physical damage to enemies around Maiev. That's pretty cool. Sudden Vengeance. Using Blink within 0.35 seconds of Spirit of Vengeance, hitting enemy hero causes the shadow to explode, damaging all nearby enemies for 5% maximum health. Alright, so there's your giant killer with your E, and that's only after you blink, so there's like 2 steps to making this into a giant killer. You have to use it, and you gotta blink to it to cause AoE damage. Level 7, Elun's Wrath. Hitting a fan of knives. Hitting at least 2 heroes with a single fan of knives cause the next fan of knives to drop a star on the target that deals 75 damage when it impacts. Nice. We got something for the W. Bonds of Corruption. Enemy heroes pulled by Umbral Bind have their physical armor reduced by 25 for 3 seconds. That's pretty good against warriors. Or a Cho'Gall. Ruthless Spirit. Spirit of Vengeance damage is increased by 3% per minion. Mercenaries or enemy summon hit, and 24 per enemy hero hit. That's not bad also for the E. So far I'm seeing more builds for W and Q. W will be better for team fights, and then the E is more if you want to try to like do some AoE physical damage to a single or multiple heroes. You got your ults at 13. Bladed armor. Each enemy hero hit by fan of knives grants 5 armor for 5 seconds, up to 20 armor. Nice, so make her a little tankier. Chain Gang. Tethering at least 2 enemy heroes with Umbral Bind grants 35 armor for 4 seconds. Okay, your build. Okay, this level 13 is armor. This is where she gets a little tanky. Look, we even have shadow armor. Blink grants 25 armor for 2.5 seconds. Maiev's basic attacks against enemy heroes refresh this duration. Wow, I was just between the Q or the E, because this requires 2 people to be tethered, and this one it could be anyone, and you get some armor, and this one you get more armor. But your basic attacks will refresh the armor too. But these are good. Each of these are great. It depends on your situation and the team you're fighting. I would say this one, if you're doing a lot of one-on-ones. This one, if you're fighting, definitely if you're fighting a Lost Vikings, and some Ruru and Nova clones, because the more people you pull, the more armor you'll have here. If you're doing it, especially in team fights a lot. And this one, if you need, if you're fighting against a Genji or a Butcher, and you got to get away, and be a little tanky. 16. Cruel Chain, Umbriel Bind grants 25% movement speed for 2.5 seconds. In addition, each time Maiev deals damage to tethered targets, Umbriel Bind's full damage to all targets is increased by 40% up to 200%. All right, that's as strong as the W gets of the Umbriel Bind. Vengeful Knives, for each enemy hero hit, Spirit of Vengeance hits. For each enemy hero Spirit of Vengeance hits, Maiev's next Fan of Knives deal 1% maximum health as damage bonus to enemy heroes. All right, there's your giant killer, but once again, it has like 2 extra steps because you have to use your Spirit of Vengeance, make it hit, and then your Fan of Knives will do more damage. We got a passive here, Armored Assault. While Maiev has more than 15 armor, and you will get that based on which one you use and pick. You will have more than 15 armor because each one of these at level 13 gives you at least 20 armor. While Maiev has more than 15 armor of any kind, all physical damage dealt is increased by 35%. This will be good, especially with the Blaze, because if Blaze uses bunker and you go in the bunker and get out, you will have a lot more armor along with whatever you have here, and you're just going to be tanky and doing a crazy amount of damage. I would tie this in with a bunker Blaze along with bladed armor, and that's if I'm building Q, so that way I could deal more damage. This will be better.
We must hurry. I have no time for idleness.
Level 20 is all active abilities. It's not even a boosted. It's probably like the first hero where you're not getting a boosted containment disc or Warden's Cage at level 20. You don't boost your ult, which is pretty interesting. You are having an active ability, so if you already have like one active, you're gonna have another, or hands down. So I would suggest pick a well active ability, and I will quickly go through each one and see which one at least I would like. But each one will definitely benefit your build, whether it's Q or W or utility of E. And they're all Shadow Orbs. Shadow Orb Vengeance, activate to reset the cooldown of Spirit of Vengeance. Recharge Shadow Orb by damaging enemy heroes with Spirit of Vengeance 5 times. So you immediately activate this so you can use your Spirit of Vengeance more often. So once again, if you want to escape more and you have Shadow Armor, you could get more armor and use your Shadow Vengeance again. Do damage with it and escape with it. Then we got Shadow Orb Huntress. Activate to increase movement speed and attack speed by 40% for 5 seconds. Recharge Shadow Orb by dealing physical damage to enemy heroes 10 times. Okay, here's what I just noticed. There's no cooldown to these Shadow Orbs. The only way you could recharge it is if you use the ability based on the pre-workouts that they tell you. For Vengeance, you have to use your Spirit of Vengeance 5 times. Huntress, you have to deal damage to enemy heroes 10 times. But activating it really is pretty strong. I mean, movement speed and attack speed by 40%. You could tie that in with your Vengeful Knives, with your Bladed Armor, Elun's Wrath. You could really tie it in. Or even with Naisha's Momentum, you can even tie it in with that. And then we got Shadow Orb Shadow Strike. Activate to deal 75 damage to enemy heroes. To an enemy hero, slowing them by 30% and reducing their armor by 20 for 4 seconds. Wow, that's pretty good. You get slow and you reduce their armor, and you deal more damage too. That's I would probably say that's almost a sum up of these two. Recharge Shadow Orb by dealing spell damage to enemy heroes 10 times spell damage. So that means you're gonna have to use your E, your Spirit of Vengeance, and your W. But we're gonna try each one of them out. So let's give it a try. Let's see how they are. I may not be able to recharge the Shadow Orb completely for each one. It's gonna take a while, but we'll at least see how it's gonna look in the cooldown. I do apologize for the last stream. I didn't know I was muted when I made it, so that sucks. My friends told me about it, and I was like, really? Oh, shoot. But 2018, brand new year.
Very well. On to the next target.
Let's see how Maiev is. Let's see.
Choose a talent.
There we
Choose
go.
a talent.
Oh, it's a cleave. Look, that's how she uses the fan and knives. It's like a skill shot within a skill shot. You have to really land those phantom knives. Oh, there's the E. Umbriel Bind, already activated it. And then there's the E. I want to see this one. Let's see, how does this one work? Okay. Then it comes back. And there's the D, their trait. Okay. Even while I was traveling, I could still activate it. Now let's see the tether. I want to see the tether. I want to pull him. Boom. Ooh, that's not bad. Yeah, I could totally get used to this. Nope.
We have much work.
Get over here.
Blood.
That's not bad. Rather than people running away, I could see Maiev running away from them just to pull them, like towards the fort. And in order to not get pulled, they would have to keep up with her, run with her, or they could keep doing damage to her too. But to survive her, I would say don't run with her. Run with her, it'll wear off. That's it. Let's try Nash's Momentum. We gotta try this one. We gotta see it. And we're gonna go with the Fender Knives. We're gonna go with the Q build. I'm more of a...
Let none survive.
And we'll try
Choose a
Containment
talent.
Disc. Okay, I activated it. There's the star. And hey, at least 2 heroes with Phantom Knives. Well, we're not gonna see 2 heroes with Phantom Knives. So because she's good against numbers, we're gonna change the enemy. We're gonna need numbers, so we're just gonna put Lost Vikings. And then I'll just use my mouse wheel. There we go. We're gonna use Lost Vikings. We're gonna see how the numbers work. Because obviously she is strong against numbers.
Let none survive.
Enemy heroes. Have to hit at least 2 enemy heroes to refund the mana. There we go. Wow, that was pretty quick. That's pretty good. You hit at least 2 enemy heroes, and already you it refunds the cooldown to half a second and refunds the mana, which is pretty good. So she is very beneficial with team fights. Let's see it again. Okay. Oops, didn't land it. Okay, time to refresh these forts.
Swiftly.
I'm gonna go with the armor.
Choose a talent.
Skills are sharper than any blade.
Choose a talent.
There it is. See? Hit. Oh, no, I didn't. Shoot. Okay, let's try it again. There, get together, Vikings. Get together. You know what? I'll make you together. There we go. See? And it refunded everything. And I'm gonna use this.
That was
There we go.
entertaining.
Refunded. Boom.
You never stood
That's not bad. Yeah, I could totally see her taking on numbers. She is strong against numbers. At the same time, she is squishy. go. I could even avoid the turrets. Oh, it's a skill shot. Okay, we need to wait for one of the Vikings to get here. Hey, where are you, Vikings?
I am
Okay. Gonna have to improvise a little. Activate it. Boom.
This will be your
What happens if I didn't activate it? Because pretty much that prison itself is just a
Choose a talent.
that prison itself is just a like almost like a void prison. But what happens if I didn't activate it?
executioner.
Okay, I'm not activating it.
Have much work to do.
Oh, nice. So I could either activate it right away and they're imprisoned or not. That's not bad. It's a nice stall. All right, now we gotta see this. Now we got. First, let me try the momentum again. Because it makes my basic attacks bounce up to 2 times. So let's see that. I want to see it. Oh, there it is. Oh, I could hit anything too. But but it has no cooldown. So in order to refresh it, I have to hit at least 2 enemy heroes with my Fen and Knives. There we go. Got it. Alright, now let's try one of the vengeance. Let's try Huntress, because since I'm building a Fan and Knives, we're gonna try that. The Huntress.
Let the hunt begin.
There we go. Activated it. Oh yeah, we're off because it only lasts for 5 seconds.
I am watching.
Okay, they're not gonna come out, so. Alright, there's the orb. Alright, now let's see the.
Choose a talent. Choose a talent.
Now let's see the Warden's
Choose a
Cage.
talent. Choose a talent.
And with Warden's Cage, we will try Vengeance. Available to reset Spirit of Vengeance. So I'll use it once, blink, and I'll reset it again, just to use it again. But it also says recharge by hitting Spirit of Vengeance to enemy heroes 5 times. See, it keeps track. Here it is. Oh wait, no, Vengeful Knives. Yeah, I need to hit enemy heroes 5 times with it. So I can just keep shooting it and then recharge it little by little. And because it goes back and forth, it's almost done recharging. There we go. Now let's see the containment. It's not a skill shot, it just comes up automatically. It looks pretty cool.
Choose a talent. Choose a talent. Choose a talent.
And then the
Choose
other
a
one,
talent.
Shadow Strike, recharge. Activate to deal more damage to them. It's definitely a 1% shot. By dealing spell damage 10 times. Let's try that, see how that works. First I gotta refresh the forts again. I love this trait. This trait is really good. It's really cool. You can just avoid any damage. And it has a small cooldown too. There it is, and they deal more, and then dealing more damage to them. I pull them, and it deals more spell damage. more spell damage, and then spell damage. Yeah, I prefer this one. This sword's better. Shadow Strike, and any of your abilities will recharge the cooldown, because you just gotta do it 10 times, and that's it. So it's not bad.
We have much work to do.
Choose a talent.
Now, just like every other hero, we gotta see how well are they against mercs.
Swiftly.
See how are they against mercs. Let's say you use Naish's momentum. Get some mercs right here. I'm level 1. She's pretty strong against mercs. I have this set to level 1. Yeah, she could totally solo mercs early game too. I even got it with Naish's momentum.
Excellent.
Now let's see how she is if she dies. So I'm pretty sure she's gonna die from all this. Maybe I shouldn't have teleported. Just let the vengeance go back and forth.
Rise again and take your revenge, hero.
And she dead.
They will know my vengeance.
Well, so far she is pretty versatile. Like you could build almost anything, and she will hurt. I think it all depends on your situation, on who you're going up against. If you're going against someone who's fast that could catch up with you, then you could build around your Umbral Bind with your Spirit of Vengeance to avoid. And if you're going to be chasing and doing more team fights, build around Q, because if you're doing team fights, hitting at least 2 enemy heroes, you get your mana back. You use this again and again. You keep avoiding damage, and then you could even bounce off your damage. I would say Shadow Strike is better, because you deal more damage, you slow them down, and because you slow them down, you reduce their armor, so you're going to be chasing them with your E. You're going to go and do Phantom Knives on them. It only hits one person, but hey, you can really single somebody out. And if you're going to be in team fights, then I would say use either the Vengeance to keep using your Spirit of Vengeance, or go with the Huntress. But I say Shadow Strike. Shadow Strike's so much better. Let's take a look at her taunt.
I've got my eye on you.
As for ults, this is better for team fights, but that's if she's in it. So because it only comes around Maiev and it's not like a skill shot, you better have this ready to go, because you will be targeted next, and start using this as well. That's if you're gonna single someone out, like out of a fight completely. This is perfect. You can single out a hero. It's also a skill shot, so be sure you don't miss the disc. A minute cooldown. It's less than this one. Either one's good. I mean, I would go with the containment disc, but I'm more of an aggressive assassin, so I prefer Warden's Cage, just to don't let them leave. Or you could block someone with it too, but they just have to hit it once, and then they could go through it.
You can't hide from me.
Well, that is Maiev, everybody. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Do give it a like and subscribe to my channel. Descriptions down below is going to have links to the hero spotlight as well as the patch notes if you want to take a look at that. The patch notes are not as like a rough draft, because next week when she does come out, and as well as the patch notes, they could change things or add different things to it too. So just keep an eye out for that in case there's some heroes that you're interested to check out. Follow me on social media, and thanks everybody. See ya. Take care.